In this video, we're going to discuss the 3-bucket approach to retirement planning, the benefits of it, and how it works. Okay, so if you watch our videos, you probably heard us talk about the 3-bucket approach to retirement planning. Or most other financial advisors or a lot of other financial advisors do a similar 3-bucket approach. So what is the 3-bucket approach to financial advising? Well, it consists of 3 different buckets that have different objectives for retirement, okay? So bucket 1 will be a fixed, liquid, safe account, similar to a savings account or a money market or something that we like to call a parking account that you can get access to money whenever you need it, and it's liquid, it's available, and it's safe. The key to this account is you don't want it to be tied up and you don't want it to be at risk, because if you have emergencies, this is the first bucket that you will access, okay? So those of you who have a lot of money in savings, you might already have bucket 1 covered. You might already have that established. But if you don't and you need some extra emergency funds, then you want to make sure that bucket 1 is set up with a portion of money, okay? Because if it's great for long-term accounts and market-based accounts, but those accounts really need to be more long-term, right? You need to have some money that's fixed and liquid and safe, and that's where bucket 1 is. Bucket 2 is an account that has, in the 5 to 10 year range as far as when you plan on accessing that money. So bucket 1 is money that you're going to need from the day that you retire up to about 5 years later. Bucket 2 is that 5 to 10 year range term. Now for these, typically we will look at using something like a CD or a multi-year guaranteed account or something like that, or a fixed indexed account. A lot of people like those nowadays, but something that has some guarantees, has some safety, but will still grow at a higher rate than bucket 1, right? So you want this account to grow to keep up or potentially, hopefully, exceed inflation, but you don't plan on touching it for 5 to 10 years. And what you'll do is after 5 years, bucket 1 has been drained down. So let's say you had $50,000 there and now it's down to 25. Well, you replenish it from bucket 2, right? So bucket 2, you would take $25,000, hopefully of the earnings, you put that back in bucket number 1 to replenish that, and then you keep bucket 2 where it is. So this is kind of that intermediate fill bucket 2, or bucket 1 with bucket 2. And that's kind of the goal there, is safe, but still growing. Now, bucket 3 is your long-term growth. Now, sometimes, I meet with people and they go, well, I'm not going to be around in 10 years. Statistically, average life expectancy is mid-80s. And also, a lot of people are living until their 90s and late 90s now. So you want to make sure that you have some money available for long-term growth. And this would be where bucket 3 is. This is anything that's going to be market-based, anything that's going to have some risk to it. We like dividend-paying stocks, or if you're very conservative clients, we have some clients who they just really don't want any risk at all. This would be your long-term fixed index, your 10-year accounts, the accounts that will grow at a higher rate than anything else, but you don't plan on touching for 10 plus years. That's what goes into bucket 3. Now, that being said, the whole point of talking with a financial advisor and having someone sit down is no two people are the same. Some people might want a lot of money in bucket 1. They want a lot of liquidity, they want a lot of availability, and they want a smaller amount in the other two. Other people are comfortable with a relatively small amount, maybe $10,000 or $20,000 in bucket 1, and they want the rest of their money growing as much as it can. And then other people we talk to, they're like, bucket 3, I really don't want anything that's in the market, so let's focus on bucket 1 and 2, and then maybe a small amount there. It's all customizable based on what your needs and what your goals are and what you feel comfortable doing. That's a big thing. Is unfortunately, a lot of times, financial advisors, from my experience, will just talk about what they have to sell, and they don't take into consideration the way people feel about investments, right? Some people, it literally makes them sick to lose a penny in the stock market. And then other people are fine with lots of fluctuation. That's why it's important to sit down with a financial advisor that knows your situation, knows you, and can offer you different strategies. So if you're interested in doing this 3-bucket approach, we're going to put a link down below to one of our calendars to meet with a financial advisor. We can discuss the 3-bucket approach, how that looks, whether or not it's appropriate for you, and how we can structure it. And if that's something you're interested in, schedule an appointment down below. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We'll talk to you soon.